Good evening, Brian. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
All right, one of the things I'd really like to know is what got you interested in Scottish music? Why do you want to play that type? When there's a lot of people that are very interested in rock and roll and blues and things like that.
Well, my mother's heritage is all British, and I've been really in touch with her heritage. And when I was about 5 years old, I saw my first bagpipe band at Dickens on Strand in Galveston, Texas, and I ran away from my parents and I followed them for 3 blocks. And ever since then, I've been wanting to play the pipes, and I learned when I was about 10. So I've been playing for almost 20 years now.
So how did you go into, as far as playing the Scottish music, what other things besides your heritage draws you to it?
Basically the history of the instrument itself. It's been used in ceremonies. It's been used in wars. It's been used in, just about anything you can think of. And that's just something I've always wanted to be a part of. So.
Do you consider traditional Scottish music to be eclectic, or do you consider it to be just a very mainline where there's certain things that you can play, or do you consider it just slow uplifting or more traditional, or do you feel like there's a newer style of Scottish music coming?
That's a very good question. There's both kinds. You have your eclectic, and then you got your classical, your traditional stuff, marches, stuff like that, which we do play some of that in the Lone Star Pipe Band. What we've started to kind of gear more towards in the past couple of years is more of like the, of the kind of like the new sound, which, we had a didgeridoo earlier. We're about to start incorporating banjos, fiddles, and all kinds of stuff into our band as well. So we're trying to go in the new direction of Celtic music as well to incorporate that into what we already have. So
as far as the new generation of Celtic music, aside from the instruments, is there a different style in the music?
Yes, sir. Well, not really. You still have the same sorts of beats. You still have the same sorts of, like the background music and all that. So it just has like a newer sound to it, if you will. So, and we're trying to evolve ourselves into that, and so far we're doing pretty good.
And how long has the Lone Star Bagpipe Band been able to incorporate new styles of Celtic music?
We were formed in 1987. In fact, this is our 25th anniversary this month, actually. And we just started doing the new kind of music probably about 10 years ago. So we've been doing it for about 10 years, the new stuff, and we've been playing for 25 years in Southeast Texas.
All right, well, thank you, Brian, and best wishes to all the endeavors of the Lone Star Bagpipe Band. You have a great evening.
Thank you very much.
I'm with Christian Bordelon. He is with the Lone Star Bagpipe Band. What instrument do you play in the band?
I play the snare drum and a couple other different drums besides that.
Could you tell us a little bit of the history of the Lone Star Bagpipe Band, how long y'all have been in Southeast Texas, and where y'all wanting to go?
This is actually our 25th anniversary this year. I've been with the band since 2003. When I first started with the band, we had a pretty narrow range of music, and we're starting to expand out a little bit more, get some different stuff in, make it a little bit more interesting to everybody.
Okay, so we've already talked to some of the other members about the different types of music, where Celtic music is going. Where do y'all think the Lone Star Bagpipe Band is going as far as Southeast Texas is concerned? How are y'all wanting to branch out?
We just like adding in different instruments and getting away from the more traditional bagpipe music. Most traditional bagpipe music is pretty structured. It's more marches and stuff like that, and they're interesting, but they're not quite as fun. We want to add a little bit more fun into our music, and the past couple of years we've added quite a few new tunes that are more fun like that.
So when you first joined the Lone Star Bagpipe Band, was it something that you were looking for? Did it just happen across? Were you always interested in Celtic music?
I actually started playing in a bagpipe band in Houston back when I was 15, and I played with them for about 5 years, and then I moved here for my job, and I never realized there was a bagpipe band here in Beaumont, and I lived here for about 7-8 years before I found one. And when I saw them, I started playing with them because I already knew how to do it from before, and it's just fun. I enjoy it. It's as far as drumming, it's more challenging for me. It's a little bit more technical than just what you normally see in a bar or nightclub, something like that. It's a little bit more technical to it.
All right. Well, thank you, Christian, and best wishes to your band.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.